Hi, I'm Robin Austin, and for our mapping project, I chose to do the origins of the 13 original colonies. Now, the original 13 colonies were founded in the New World over a period of 126 years. These colonies, from as far south as Georgia to as far north as New Hampshire and what is now Vermont and Maine, were founded for many different reasons and by many different individuals and groups. Some colonies were founded on the idea of freedom of religion, while others were simply founded to find wealth in the colony's resources. By 1733, all of the 13 colonies were under British rule and fell into three geographic areas: New England, the Mid Atlantic, and the Southern colonies. I chose to map the dates and founding towns of these colonies because it does relate to the first chapter of my dissertation. The unique characteristics of each of the colonies helped to form the ideas of independence and liberty among the inhabitants, and also helped to create the individual cultures that we see related to religion, politics, education, marriage, etc. I love the field of public history, and this project ties in with my dissertation topic, which is entitled From Hearth to Diversity: The Food, Folkway, and Cultural Exchange in the Original 13 Colonies. One of the goals of my dissertation project will be to contribute to the historiography of early American colonies by intersecting environmental history, cultural anthropology, and studies of the Atlantic world through the lens of a food folkway. And how did the colonial table become a site of intercultural negotiation, a space for cultural growth and change, and an opportunity for shifts in cultural identity, which all led to the unique characteristics of the original colonies and ultimately to the unique character of the United States. So, how did the European colonists, the indigenous tribes, and free enslaved Africans all contribute to this cultural identity of the original colonies? I believe that this project is important and matters because it's important that we have an understanding of the founding of the United States and the founding and the history of each of the colonies. So often in schools, we learn about Jamestown, about Plymouth, about the lost Roanoke colonies, maybe William Penn in Pennsylvania. But the history of each of the colonies is very unique and very interesting and has so many historical aspects that we really still need to know about. I would like those who see my map project to come away from it with a broader understanding of the original 13 colonies and how distinctive they each were. For instance, Jamestown, Virginia, which was founded in 1607, brought slaves into the colony in 1619. These were the first slaves brought into the New World. So even from the beginning of British rule, the slave trade had started. New Hampshire was founded by colonists from Massachusetts. They weren't looking for religious freedom, they were simply looking for wealth. The New Hampshire farm ground was not good for farmland, so they found wealth through lumber, through furs, and through the trade of whaling. The city of Manhattan was actually purchased by a Dutchman, Peter Minuit, from the indigenous tribe there, the Lenapes, and Connecticut was founded by a group of Puritans who did not agree with Massachusetts' group of Puritans, and they believed that all should have religious freedom. So they came and founded the colony of Connecticut. Maryland was founded by a family, the Calvert family, and they founded Maryland as a refuge for Catholics so they could live there and worship freely. And they also opened it to any religion to worship freely in it. Rhode Island was founded by Roger Williams, and Providence is known to have been the place of the First Baptist Church in the colonies. And just a side note, my 11th and 12th great grandfathers were part of the founding of Rhode Island, and my 12th great grandfather was actually the first pastor of that Baptist church in Providence. Bath, North Carolina was home to Blackbeard as well as other pirates. And Georgia was the last colony founded, and originally it was founded as a buffer colony between the Spaniards in Florida and the rest of the British colonies. It was also originally founded as an anti slavery colony and an anti alcohol colony, but eventually the land was so good for farmlands, plantation owners came in and it quickly switched to a slave colony. When these first 13 colonies were founded, the thought of rebelling against the British monarch and the formation of the United States was a far off idea. These colonies were founded by different men and different groups of men for many different reasons. But together, they created a very powerful force that would change the world. So thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed my video discussion. I hope you also enjoy my mapping project. Thank you.